Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw. In this video, I'm going to show you how to eat to maximize your lifting. Before I get into that topic, if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. The best topic ideas I turn into videos just like this. All right, this is not going to be a comprehensive guide, but this is going to be pretty in-depth. This should help a lot of you get up to speed when it comes to your workout performance. We're going to focus on water, electrolytes, food intake, and even things like eating too much or too little, or too much, snacking too much, or adding too much junk. So let's dive into things a little bit. We'll go to the next slide. Now, you don't want to enter a workout low on energy. That's obvious. We're not going to talk about sleep in this video, but sleep is an important aspect of this. You have to take sleep serious, blah, blah, blah. You get it. But as far as nutrition and meal timing and all that kind of stuff, you don't want to enter your workout low on energy. You also don't want to enter your workout low on glycogen. When you're on a cut, you've probably experienced what it's like to train low on glycogen, less glycogen in your muscle cells. You feel a little bit flat. You just don't feel the same. You don't feel quite as strong. You do not want to enter your workout low on water. Water is kind of stealth here. We can enter a workout a little bit underhydrated. We can feel fine, not really realize it, but it can definitely impact how we feel during our workout. And number 4, we don't want to be low on sodium electrolytes. This is something most people will brush off or ignore, and I'm going to dive into this. We need to take this seriously. This comes down to food choices. This comes down to sodium salt intake, and we will get into that. All right, moving on. Let's talk about water. Now, we're not going to get into when you're lifting, whether you're lifting first thing in the morning, whether you're lifting in the afternoon. But one way you can really set the pace is when you get up in the morning, have at least 8 ounces of water straight out of bed. When you get up in the morning, your body is low on water. It's at the low point for the day. So one of the best things you can do, get up, have a little bit of water, get that water back in your system, get your body going full speed again, or get your body up to speed as far as hydration. And then for the rest of the day, practice reasonable hydration. You don't have to be one of these people that overhydrates and carries around this humongous water jug, right? Overhydrating can present its own set of challenges, meaning you can kind of dilute your bloodstream when it comes to electrolytes and other things like that. I'm no expert on that, but I can tell you there's no need to overhydrate. You want reasonable hydration. All right, energy. This is an important one. You guys have to take this seriously. Stick to your eating plan. Now, over time, you're going to develop an eating plan. When you should eat, what meal timing, how meal timing impacts how you feel during a workout. So you might feel like you need a light breakfast and then a pretty, 600 calorie lunch or whatever, and then you feel good for your workout. Whatever timing, whatever meal timing or meal plan you decide over time works best for you, the best thing you can do is stick to it. You don't want to do you want to avoid extra junk or extra processed crap and no unusual undereating. If you're going about your day and you start to snack more, eat some cheddar chips, have a couple candy bars, eat some junk food, you decide to skip your planned lunch and have fast food, eating a bunch of crap can really sponge up water. Your body can try to dilute all that extra nastiness that you've just put into your system. It can leave you feeling sluggish and tired. So you want to stick to your meal plan. You don't want to derail things by eating junk and snacking too much. You want to stay on those train tracks that you set out for yourself and just go forward nice and smoothly. On the other hand, you don't want to do any unusual undereating. This is something I ask my clients a lot. How's your eating? How's your eating consistency? If you are undereating or missing meals, this is going to impact your workout performance. If you are serious about workout results and building muscle and strength, you need to have a plan. You need to stick to the plan within reason. All right, glycogen. And you need an appropriate form or timing of carbs that makes sense relative to your workout time. What does this mean? Well, we talked previously about developing a plan, an eating plan that makes sense for you, that allows you to feel good going into your workouts. And this involves having some form of carb intake that also allows you to feel pretty good during your workouts. Now, you have different types of fast digesting carbs, or simple sugars, I should say. You have them in processed food, which tend to digest really quickly because your body's not digesting a whole food. It's just digesting some processed crap. And that can be used to your advantage in certain cases when you feel a little bit flat before a workout. You could use some simple, fast digesting carbs in that scenario. When you get up out of bed, if you go for something like fruit, it's not the same thing as a fast digesting carb. It's more of a simple sugar, yes, but you're eating it as part of a whole food. Your body has to digest that strawberry. It has to digest that banana. It has to digest that orange or apple. And it takes some work to do so. It's going to have to digest all that stuff, all that fiber, and it's going to be digested more slowly. So it's not going to be the same thing as a fast digesting carb, even though it's a simple sugar. You might want to, depending on when you eat, you might want to incorporate some complex carbohydrates in your lunch or one of your snacks. Rice, potatoes are good choices, things like that, even oatmeal for breakfast. So make sure you have a meal timing, or you have your meal structure set up properly. You're sticking to it, and your carbs, whether they're fast digesting, whether they're simple sugars in the form of fruits or other plant-based choices, whether they're complex carbohydrates, they leave you feeling fresh and ready to go during a workout. All right, sodium. Sodium I call the electrolyte, the energy electrolyte. And this is something I really learned during my years of running, that it was so important. We focused on electrolyte intake, but one thing I noticed more than anything was when my sodium was low, I felt lower on energy. So in this modern era, there's such a sodium scare. People are pushing you to eat less sodium. And when you're an athlete, you actually need a little bit more sodium. Sodium is going to help you with energy. So don't try to avoid it. Try to eat it in a reasonable amount. If you're working out in the morning, it might even be beneficial to have a little bit of sodium or salt in your water first thing out of bed. If you are low on sodium, there's a good chance you're going to feel flat or lower on energy when you hit your workout. So you want a little bit of sodium in your meals. You don't want to avoid it during your lunch or your snacks leading up to your workout. A little bit of sodium will go a long way. And then you have your other electrolytes. You have things like potassium and calcium. This is very important when it comes to health, when it comes to blood pressure, when it comes to athletic performance. You want to make sure you have a good sodium potassium balance. If you don't, it's probably going to impact your energy, and messing up your sodium potassium balance is also likely to mess up or encourage higher blood pressure. So you want to make sure you eat these foods throughout the course of a week. You don't have to eat them every single day. But when it comes to supplementing your protein food choices, you want to make sure that you get in some other forms of electrolytes or foods that are providing electrolytes. So for potassium, you have things like bananas, spinach, broccoli, potatoes, mushrooms, avocado, and beans. Calcium, cheese, yogurt, Greek yogurt, black beans, almonds, whey, greens, and nuts and seeds. So there you guys have it. This will help you maximize your lifting. You want to focus on your workout energy. You want to focus on your glycogen. You want to focus on your water, and you want to focus on your sodium and electrolytes. Everything when it comes to eating is highly personal. When you work out, how you feel, so on and so forth. One thing I think I missed is this one, the last slide, eating before lifting. If you eat too much of a big meal before you lift, when you're working out, your body's going to be using that blood in your muscles, not in your stomach, to digest that food. So if you have too much food before you lift, or an hour or two before you lift, it's just going to sit in your stomach, and it'll contribute to you feeling sluggish and maybe to you feeling a little bit sick to your stomach because that food and that water is just sitting in there until you are done working out. If you are just right, you're not going to enter a workout feeling too full. You're not going to enter a workout feeling too hungry. You are properly fed, not filled. You are properly fed, and you are feeling just ready to go for your workout. For me, I like to eat a couple hours before I work out, maybe 400 calories, protein, a little bit of complex carbs, maybe a little bit of rice or potatoes, and I'm ready to go. You don't want to overeat and enter a workout feeling full or sluggish. If you're too hungry, if you skip a meal, you risk having low glycogen, low energy, low electrolytes, and maybe even lower water because we usually consume some water. We usually hydrate when we are eating our last meal before we lift as well. So, guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. If you made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So, guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.